Hello, I'm going to show a video for how organizations can keep their agents protected from a deluge of support requests in their Slack instance using Centro. So if you're using Salesforce cases and you have your team requesting various things, this is typical for IT help desk use cases, but can apply to just about anything. We hear this commonly where maybe agents will get flooded with DMs from employees or customers, and there wants to be an added protection layer to those agents so that those cases can be easily tracked and followed up on, but not kind of instant responses in DMs. In a lot of common reasons for that, but the other side of it is you want some ability for the submitter of the case to be communicated with and updated as to what's going on with the case. Okay, so I'm going to break this video into two parts. I'm going to do the first as a demo of the functionality, and then I'll have a follow-up video for how to set this up for admins. I'm going to show how to create the case from the case submitter, usually an employee or customer, first, and then I'll show how those interactions happen with the agents. And here on the right, will be Hannah. This will be our case submitter. And here on the left will be Ryan, who's our agent working those cases. So let me expand this a little bit. Centro has many ways to get cases created and ingested from Slack. Some common ones are maybe an emoji reaction to a post or a message shortcut to take up that message. But what if you don't want people posting at all? We have a few options there. As you can see in this channel, we've locked down the permissions so that only a few people can actually create posts in here or create new messages. And that's to keep the volume of text down. But there wants to be some action to maybe create cases, right? So here is a simple message that can be pinned or put into a bookmark where there's a simple message with a button, and that button pops a Centro form. And these forms can be completely customizable down to the fields and record types or whatever you have set up in Service Cloud, exactly how you want. So that's one way to get the case created is this button on a message. Another way is to look at the Centro Home app, and you'll see a button here. So you can direct people and instruct people, go to the Centro Home, press create case, and start the case creation process. Lastly, we can use canvases. So here we've got an example with the canvas with this Centro card here and a create case button. So let's go ahead and actually create a case this time. Some ticket maybe that the employee needs help with, and we'll click save. And what this will do is go ahead and create the case in Salesforce, and it's going to create two message posts for us. One will be visible to the agent, and I'll show you that in a second, and one will be visible to the case submitter. So as you can see, no posts have happened, but we did get a DM from the Centro bot telling us, here's your case. Please reply in the thread for support. And this is called a Centro record block, where we can display exactly what information you want to display to the user. These are completely customizable down to the button and the fields and actions. Anything that you want to enable to the end user, you can enable. And it started a thread for us, and it says here, if we want to attach a file to upload an image or something, that will also post the case. So that's what the case submitter sees. Let's go ahead and look over at the agent for a moment. So I'll switch screens here. And you can see that the triage team lives in this maybe special channel or private channel that only the team lives in, the agents live in. And they too receive a post that says this person needs help logging into Salesforce. Again, we can see a reply. And the nice part about Centro is we let the agents work where they want. If they want to work in Slack, no problem. If they would prefer to work in Salesforce, they can as well. So if they just click this link, this will take us to our case. They'll see the case details as well as a live conversation of the Slack thread, and can post both internal and messages directly to the end user. So for example, let's say I just want to talk to the other agents and say, anyone know about this? This will just let the internal agent team see these posts. If we want to talk to the case submitter directly, we can do an @mention of this case submitter with a question. What happens? And this will trigger that. This will trigger a message post back to the case submitter, a question from the agent. So let's see what that looks like. So you didn't see it happen, but there was an alert on the Centro app that a new message has come in from the agent. And if they're instructed to click here to view the thread, and they can see from Ryan, the agent, what happens when our message that we just posted. Well, it does this. Okay, and now in this case, Centro is smart enough to know, okay, we're going to just go ahead and relay that back to the agent in question, okay? So back in our triage channel, we can see our threads have been alerted that there's a new message, and it says from case submitter, Hannah employee, it does this. So we can have this conversation back and forth with the submitter through the control of being isolated to the case context and not random DMs or channel messages, and really keep that tight and close-knit to the case itself. Now, what's really handy is if we look back at our Salesforce case, we have captured all of this in real time, and can see the entire conversation history, both with internal agents and the submitter themselves. By the way, if you want to work in Salesforce and you want to communicate with the end user, all we have to do is an @mention. And the same process will happen. The end user will be alerted there's a new message, and they'll receive that message in Centro, keeping that relayed conversation really tight and close. So we've covered how to create cases quickly and easily within Slack, how to keep those conversations tight back to the agent and to the case submitter, and all tied back into Salesforce. Watch the next video to see how to set this all up. Thanks.